Well, hey everybody, welcome back to new Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm your host, Kevin.
I'm William.
And we're going over one of the requested decks today that I put together. It's a little crazy. It's like a weird aggro-mid-range deck. It's the actual like Esper colors, white, blue, black, and the ruler is Reiya. So
yeah, and so I can't really remember too far, but I've never seen these colors together that much, really.
Yeah, they don't really see play all that much in Force. It's just they just don't.
Yeah,
they're really strong in themselves, but I mean everybody that's been playing Force right now knows that wind is where it's at right now. That's the color rocking and rolling. So sorry, but this will do pretty well against it.
Yeah, it should be fun against it at least.
All right, well let's delve into this guy.
It's good old Reiya is our J ruler here. We've talked about her many a time. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Judgments for 3. And she has Energize, and what's her other abilities?
Alright, so she energizes, and then you can put a mystery counter on her. And then her first sealed ability that they've already shown is that she starts the game with 3 mystery counters on her. So you're already immediately starting at 3, which is pretty awesome for what you need it for.
Yeah, and other cards actually use the mystery counter.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have a crazy amount of mystery uses in this deck, but the ones I do are pretty solid. And when she judgments for 3, she turns into a 12/12 flyer, which already is good.
Yeah.
And then when she enters the field, you get 3 more mystery counters on her, and you can tap and remove a mystery counter to destroy target Resonator.
Which is pretty awesome.
So, I mean, it's free creature kill.
Yeah.
Creature kill all day long.
And if I'm correct, so when it goes to their turn, she can tap for that ability.
Yeah.
Correct? So you can block with her?
You can't
can't
block and
block
kill
with
a
her
dude because
she
blocking
taps.
taps.
Yes.
But you can kill a dude at any time. So
yeah,
she's super strong.
Which is awesome. Alright, shall we go to the creatures?
Let's get into him.
Alright, cute little guy. Dark Elf Spy, he's a 4/4 for 1. At the end of your turn, this card deals 100 damage to each player.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
He's there to bleed you for another like a different effect in the deck. He could easily be swapped out with a different 1/1 or like a different 1-drop.
Yeah.
I like him for being a 1-drop, and he's a 4/4. It's a pretty good body, and it's a good 1-drop in black for you.
He's essentially already doing damage turn 1 to your opponent. And he can technically swing for 5 if he survives.
Yeah.
Like he deals 400 and then deals 100 at the end. Yeah. Pretty nice.
The next guy we got is a Flutes Water Dragon.
Yeah.
And it is a 1/4, and it's just the little dragon from when Flute came out. So you can rest this recovered card to call a magic stone rather than your J ruler. That's the main use of the Flutes Dragon in here.
Yeah, it helps you with tapping your Reiya to get a mystery counter.
Yeah, you get extra mystery counters this way. That's the main purpose for him in here.
Yeah.
At Seal 5, he gets +4/+4 in flying. So, I mean, late game, he gets to become a beater.
And for those who don't remember what Seal is, what does that give us?
Seal is when you have 5, or like whatever the number of Seal is, next to it is the lands. So, if you have 5 lands in play, his Seal is unlocked. And he becomes a 5/8 beater.
Yeah, pretty good
flying, man.
It's
It's pretty good.
I like it. Alright, this one that I haven't seen before is Pandora, the goddess of light and dark.
Yeah.
2-drop, black-red. Or black-white, I apologize.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite cards of the whole Vingolf 3 set.
Yeah.
She's black-white, 5/7. When she attacks, you force roll, and they lose life equal to the roll. And when she blocks, you force roll, and she gains life. You gain life equal to the roll.
That's pretty good, I think.
So, I mean, either way, it's going to help you out. And she, like, in essence, if it works right, she can swing for 11.
Yeah.
Which is so good. I was playtesting this against my roommate, and I swung for 10 almost every time with her on turn 2.
Just your good old rolls.
Because you're like, energize her turn 1, turn 2, swing 10, or swing 5, roll 5. Great.
Yeah, pretty cute.
Yeah.
Alright, the next one is Jeanne d'Arc, 2 darkness, 7/5. And what does she do here?
Alright. She's one of the newer little girls that's pretty epic in the deck. And so she gains swiftness as long as you have 3 or more Resonators, and she can't be destroyed. And then if she would deal damage, she deals it in the form of -1/-1 counters instead of actual damage. So it gets around things that get prevented damage and whatnot. So it hits in negative counters. So thanks.
An
I'm still gonna
imperishable.
deal Stoof. Yeah.
Right. And I guess if you do block their J ruler, then it has a -1 counter.
Yeah, it'll get smaller and smaller to make your life easier.
Yeah.
That's the main reason that she's in there, and she gets swiftness and indestructible, really, if you have 3 dudes, which this deck is all about making little dudes quickly.
Pretty awesome.
The next one up is Faithful Vampire.
He's truly faithful for all the abilities you get to have with.
Yeah. He's 3 mana and 8/8, and 1 black he can gain flying, 1 black he can gain lifelink, or in this it's gonna he gains life equal to the damage he deals. And the last one, when he deals damage to a creature, destroy that resonator. When he deals damage to a resonator, destroy that resonator. The thing about him that makes him so strong in this is the black where you gain life would equal the damage. You can do it multiple times. So if you have extra 3 black mana, you're just like, cool, I'll gain 8 life, I'll gain 8 life, I'll gain 8 life.
Well, until they change it to Drain, I do believe what it's going to be called.
Yeah, if they do change it, it'll go to the new mechanic.
But until then, just
keep gaining all the life you want,
all the
because you get to. It puts 3 stacks of that trigger on there, so you get to gain a lot of life.
Which is ridiculous. Yeah.
The next one is Jeanne d'Arc, the Maid of Orleans. And I did a 2-2 split here to see which one I liked better. The blue-white, she's a blue-white and 1 for a 6/6. When she comes into play, you gain 6 life, and when she dies, you draw a card.
Yeah.
I like her because she draws you a card when she dies as well as gaining new life. I mean, it's all the value in one card.
It creates a nice little buffer, so you gain the life, and then you just block immediately with her, and then you draw a card. So you're saving a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed her as a creature. She's super good.
Yeah. It's kind of weird with 1 extra mana, they evened out her attack and power.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the next one, we've seen her a bunch too, Dark Riding Hood.
Yeah, she's so good in every level, and if you get to use her with Reiya to have the mystery counters, she's so much better. So this one is Dark Riding Hood. She's 3 blacks, and she's a 7/8, which in this deck is not difficult because the deck is all black mana, or black stones. So you're gonna always have a black. But she can have swiftness if your life is under 10 or under 1,000. She gains Death Touch, which is when she deals damage to a creature, that creature dies if she's under 2,000, or if your life is under 2,000. When she enters the field, you can remove 2 mystery counters from your ruler, and she removes a creature, or just destroys a creature.
Get out. Yeah.
And then when she attacks, she can deal 200 damage to target player or resonator, and you gain 2 life. So, in essence, when she comes into play this deck, if she has swiftness and if she has Death Touch, she comes into play, removes a creature, swings, shoots another creature for 2, and then kills another creature if you're attacking it. So you can get the value of 3 creatures for 1.
And when she has that ability to destroy target resonator with damage, since she shoots with the 200, also
that does trigger that way, because you're just shoot that for 2. Great, she dealt the damage. That dude's dead.
Yeah.
She's so good in this deck because you get the mystery counters, and she's one of the things that the mystery counters fuels is her.
She's one of your main top decks at the end when you're just like, oh no, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, okay, I win.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, of course, is Gill Lapis. He's here to help us out with the spells.
Yeah, Gill Lapis is the white, black, and 1. He's a 6/8?
6/7.
6/7, I'm sorry, with precision. He comes into play and you search for a chant with a white or black chant equal to 1.
Yep.
And spells chants you play that make you lose life, you don't lose that life.
Yeah.
That's in there for multiple reasons. We'll get to those in a second. He has a lot of toolboxy stuff in this deck. That's why he's the last resonator we were going to go over.
And with the chance, we have at least 4 that just cost 1.
Yeah.
And 1 that we cheat with too. You'll see.
Gill Lapis' last ability is about Will of Despair. If you have multiple Will of Despairs, he gets bigger, but he's the only Will of Despair I run, so I mean it's...
So if you have multiple of him...
If you have multiple of him, cool, but it's not really... He's mostly there to go get a dude, or go get a chant, and make your chants not hurt you. Yeah. That's the main purpose.
He's just that powerful.
Yeah.
Alright, and the first spell we have is Xcalibur for 1. Remove target resonator from the game and you lose 500 life. And like we just talked about, you don't lose that 500.
Yeah,
you just remove a guy for 1.
1 mana removing target dude.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty awesome. The next one is Blood Ritual, a Quickcast for 1. 1 darkness. J Resonator gets +6/+6 until in turn you lose 400. Or, of course, if you awaken, you remove a mystery counter, which of course you're going to have, hopefully. They get 900 +9/+9 instead, and you lose 600 life.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and if you have a Gill in play, you don't actually lose life with Blood Ritual, so you get a free +9/+9 for nothing.
One mana.
It's so good. Like, the whole purpose of this deck is to have that one dude get through and then just be like, pump, 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 pump.
Yeah.
So it's very straight to the point. So, I mean, you're going to be swinging every turn. That's your whole purpose.
Heck yeah. Now, this next one it's Darkness and X, but since it's only one, actually the cost of it's just one, so you can get it with Gill Lapis here. The Final Battle. Tell us about this beautiful
card.
card.
Final Battle is... It's one of the best cards in the format for killing lots of dudes right now.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous to use if you don't play it right, but... So it does black and X, and you pay X. It deals all your opponent's creatures get -X/-X until the end of turn, and you can pay 2 life to pay for 1 mana of X. So if you need to just pay 1 black and then pay a whole bunch of life, so you can pay 14 life and all dudes get -7/-7.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how much it helps you so much against everything right now. Like in the whole meta, the meta's all elves, so you're like -6/-6. I played my roommate earlier with this and was like, -6/-6, kill 6 dudes.
yeah.
It was great.
It's pretty awesome. And since if you have a Dark Riding Hood in your hand at that time too, you know you can come back.
Yeah, and Dark Riding Hood, it triggers Dark Riding Hood easily for you. You're just like, pay this life, get me to where I need, and then Dark Riding Hood gets to go crazy.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. The next one up is one of my favorite cards, Dreams of Flight. Quickcast and Remnant, and target, and it's a 1 white. Force roll, and target dude gets flying and whatever the X roll is.
Nice.
So whatever the roll is. So if you do it twice, you can play it once and then remnant it back and do it again.
Which Remnant is you can play it from the graveyard.
Yeah, you can play it from the graveyard.
It's pretty awesome.
So you can put, my favorite is being like, swing Pandora, she gains flying, this one gets flying, great, let's do it. So you just, all the force rolls.
Yeah, just have a bag of dice at least with you. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Alright, what's this new one that we have?
Alright, so Valentina's Reach is blue, black, and X. You pay X, and target player either discards X cards or you draw X cards. I put it in the deck for like an in-game thing. You can either draw your deck or draw whatever you need after you run out of gas because you're playing dudes early.
Yeah.
Or you can just make them discard their hand if they're keeping everything.
Or if they're like, maybe you think they have some tricks later.
Yeah.
You only have 3 cards down. You're like,
yeah,
okay,
you can
get rid of
protect
them.
yourself.
Yeah.
If I'd have done it earlier against my roommate, that'd have been great because he'd have lost. But alas, I chose a creature over it. That was a bad mistake.
And I would definitely get the full art of this card if you can. It looks amazing.
Yeah. I have a couple more cards on the... There's a Magic Crest of Light. It's literally
Just
there to
powerful.
put 4 counters on a dude.
Yeah.
That's what it does. It's just come to play, give
1/1.
John Dark 4 counters, give Pandora 4 counters.
Go for it.
Because, I mean, a Pandora that gets 4 counters on it is already a monster. And if you have a Water Dragon, you can put 4 counters on it, and then you have a flying monster. So, great.
It's pretty awesome.
Dawn of the Earth is the next card. And, I mean, it's amazing for what it does. White, blue, quick cast. You can give target resonator you control +2/+2 and barrier until the end of turn and draw a card.
Just good.
You can remove all non-magic stone, non-J ruler cards your opponent controls with 0 cost from the game. Draw a card. That's not as relevant anymore, but it does get rid of tokens. So don't forget that you still can get rid of tokens right now. And the other ability it does is if a resonator comes into play anywhere from other than your hand, it gets removed instead, and you draw a card. So
very good.
If they're playing Lumia bounce on you, you're just like, great, that card that's bouncing back, it's gone.
Yeah.
Or into Day's deck, if it comes back from the graveyard, like Recursion, you're just like, no, they don't come in. Mostly it's in here to give your dude +2/+2, untap it, and gain barrier, because you get to swing again.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
To protect your dude for 2 mana is really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And the final spell I have, the final chant, is the 2 Dragon Princesses. Another one of my favorite cards. I wish you would see more play, but I mean, it's quick cast, it's white-black. You choose one, and if you control a light J Resonator or a dark J Resonator, you get to choose both. But either target dude your opponent controls gets -5/-5, or put 5 counters on target Resonator you control.
So even turn 3, you can do that to Pandora as well.
Yeah.
Just be like, kill your dude, I swing in with my giant 10/10 plus.
Yeah, my favorite play earlier was playing Pandora turn 1 with Energize. Turn 2 playing 2 Dragon Princesses, making her a 10...
Yeah.
Like a 10/13. It was great.
And then you swing and you roll a 6 and you deal half their damage already by turn 2.
Yeah, it's just good in the sheer fact that it puts counters on all your dudes that you needed to. And it's Quickcast.
Yeah.
I mean, for those that saw the spoilers in the new set, it'll get replaced with a new one that does practically the same thing, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. And that battle wraps up the main deck.
Yeah, that's it for the main deck. With that, we'll move into the sideboard for the extra, like, what the cards do. I put in 3 Dark Knight Butterflies for the control matchup, and it's the one black, your opponent discards 1 card. If you awaken it, they discard 2 cards, and the awakening is to remove 2 mystery counters, so...
Oh, not too bad.
1 mana discard 2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I put in a couple Charlotte's Water Transformation Magics because you're turning things into 4/4 bears.
Yeah.
They have a 12/12 dude. It's 4/4 bear. Yeah. Great. And they lose all their abilities, so anything special they get, they don't have that anymore. That's the main reason it's there. Next up, I have Command of Life and Death. It's one of the cute cards I found because it puts a Resonator with cost 3 or less from your graveyard into play, and my whole deck costs under 3. Yeah. So you literally get any creature that dies. And the best thing I've seen with it is you swing with the Dark Riding Hood, she dies into a big dude and kills it because of Death Touch, and then you command in Life and Death and do it again.
Yeah, pretty good.
I have Amadorasu's Foresight in the board for the hard, like, because you're going to want to you're going to be extending a lot with attacking, so you're going to want to have a backup plan against aggro because they're going to swing back at you. So you're just like, prevent all damage is dealt. Let's do it. I have another Final Battle because you may need one.
Of course.
Viola the Obsidian Dragon Princess is another one I have. She's a 2 mana 5/5, but she's there for the inheritance ability, which gives your J Ruler imperishable until the end of turn, really. And she's a 2 drop, so I can get her back with Command of Life and Death.
Not too bad.
The other card I found, he's literally a flex spot, but I wanted to use him to see what he can do against it. But the Dark March Hare, it is black, white, and 1 for an 8/8. And you treat this card as a light magic stone and a darkness magic stone. And he's got resonance for both of those, a light and a black, or a light stone and a darkness stone. And the light stone creatures you control get +1/+1. The darkness stone creatures your opponent control get -1/-1. So
and that's forever, right? As long as he's on the field.
It's only until the end of turn, sadly.
Oh, okay.
But it does get rid of all the elf tokens. Like, so if they're playing a whole bunch of elf aggro, which is everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And you land this dude, you're just like, great. And then you're always gonna, you know that you're always gonna get a -1/-1 trigger every turn you get a stone.
Yeah.
Because everything is a darkness stone. With him, we'll go into the stones. It's super easy. There's 4 Magic Stone of Dark Depths, the blue-black one. There's 4 Magic Stone of Heaven's Rift, the white-black one. There's 1 Ancient Magic Stone for the, it's the Gill Alhamet stone, but it's only there for the black-white, and you lose 3 life to help you get to Red Dark Riding Hood.
Yeah.
And then Remains of Ataractia, which is the Valentina's blue-black stone. There's no real tokens to pump it to do anything with it, but it's there for blue-black.
Yeah.
But that's really about it as far as the deck goes. It's very simple, very easy.
Yeah.
And it's one of the more fun aggro into mid-range decks I've made. And it won about 50-50 against Lumia, the top deck from Atlanta. My roommate made that, and we played it for a little bit, and I did pretty well against it.
Nice. It looks like it messes a lot with combat math. Out there.
Yeah, you have a lot of combat math to deal with, but it happens. I mean, he won a lot from the Mosasaur, because turn 4 Mosasaurs get anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Of course.
But it's super fun. Just totally give it a try for your locals. And for those that are going to, a couple of us are going to be going to GP Richardson, so hope you see y'all there. This has been a Kevin's Creations. I'm your host, Kevin.
And I'm William.
And we'll see y'all again next week.
Have a good day.
Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and keep up to date with our future content.
And please join us on our social media and check us out on Twitch.